How are you all today? We're going to get into the divine masculine energy today. Probably why I woke up with a little bit of anxiety. Now I did record this the day before, so I'm actually recording this on the 19th and I'm publishing it on the 20th for transparency. I don't know why transparency came out that way, but here we are. So, I'm not going to be as structured with this reading because I just need an overall energy. And then in the extended, I'm going to get into how they're feeling about their lives, how they're feeling about their connection with their divine feminine, about their divine feminine. I'm going to get into all of those things about the karmic people in their lives in the extended. But for now, I just want to get kind of an overview. I'm also going to get like a potential outcome and where this is all leading them, because the energy is intense. Every reading I've done with the Twin Flame Collective this week has been really, really intense. And there's a lot of worry and there's a lot of fear because let's face it, we've all been blindsided at one point or another during this journey, and we're struggling with trust. But I think, and I feel more so and sense than I do think, the thinking comes after, that we are going to be shown that we can trust our intuition, we can trust the signs, we can trust the energy. But for the masculines, they're stepping into their tower moment, their dark nights, the really, truly dark nights of the soul that cracks the vessel open. So, all right, let's just pull some cards for this overall energy, and then I'm going to clarify more in the extended. You can get that on Patreon. If you're watching on Patreon, okay. If you're watching on Patreon, just keep watching throughout the whole thing. You should know the drill by now. Okay, self-knowledge through empowerment, but we have the ghost lands. This is very... It's... Okay, what I'm getting from this, the first thing I got is sort of like the ghost land, something scary. Okay, something scary is unfolding, but is it truly something to be feared for the masculines? I think in a very 3D way, yeah, because I think it's going to break down so much of what they've held on to as a means of comfort. And, we all kind of get that codependency stuff happening, coping mechanisms, and then we have to kind of stand on our own feet once those are removed from our lives. There's something massive coming down the pipes. The second thing I got from this card was the ghost land, like the imagery of it is, I don't know if you've seen the movie The Day After Tomorrow, where the whole world freezes and people have to recover from that. There's something with that. It was just this sudden change in temperature out of nowhere, and you had to do what you had to do to survive. There's something with that. Okay, bear with me. Very interesting. Then we have Heal the Ouch, which is co-creation with source, empowerment through intuition. They're going to begin the journey of, and I say that, but their journey to understand their wounding is very different than the feminine. So don't get too much into that. This healing the ouch is very much, they're showing me like when you have a wound and you let it fester instead of cleaning it out. That's, to me, it's sort of like ripping the Band-Aid off, cleaning out the wound so that it can heal. There's something here, again, removing the coping mechanisms, removing the ability to cope or to hide or to avoid from their own selves and their own journey. Yeah, look at this. Okay, we have making a choice. This is co-creation with source amplified. They do have a choice, but they don't. Okay, just like us, did we choose to have our dark nights of the soul? No. Did we choose to wake up? We weren't conscious enough to do this. However, they're being shown things so that they understand more about their choices that they have made, okay? Which I find very fascinating. What I get from that 30, because it's a 3, which to me is co-creation with source, and 0 amplified, it tells me that they, because I've gotten this before in my readings, where there's a part of them that is crying out for help, not consciously, not physically, not in the presence of other people, but there's a part of them that wants out of whatever they're experiencing, because it doesn't, they're sensitive and they're connected, whether they can articulate that or make sense of it or not. They're here, they're evolved souls. There's a part of them that's crying out for help, and I feel the universe is going to deliver. Yeah. But we do have the strength. They have the strength to get through this. It's going to take a bit of fancy footwork. The 44 is karmic truth. It's destined growth. It also means that things are unfolding exactly as they're meant to. Just hold the line, right? Hold that line. They have a completely different path than the feminines. How they go about their journey is different. So we can't compare and we can't judge them for how they're doing it. They are doing it by means of the old 3D energy, because that's what they came here to clear up. Okay. Yeah, but we have, oh, these are beautiful. Magic stream. Okay. A sacred pool. I'm just going to pull these all out now. One ring circus. This is about healthy boundaries and kind of doing things for yourself on your own. And then peaks of joy through that wounded healing number. This is self-change through love. This is stability and knowledge through intuition. And of course, self-empowerment through something coming to an end. But here's the interesting thing. It's almost like the fear of things ending is so much greater. The pain of that is so much greater than the actual ending itself. I feel like they're going to actually feel relieved. It's going to surprise them how relieved they are to be able to be free of whatever this is that's out like a heavy blanket on them. Yeah, we've got storm fields. They're entering the storm fields, but they have not yet they haven't actually been washed away. Like if you look at this image, okay, do you see how the tornado's coming through to clear the land, wash everything away? And it's interesting, as I start doing the reading and as I start talking about this, I'm calming down. It tells me that once the bubble bursts, everything will be completely different. It'll be completely shifted into a state of to understand how this is going energetically between the feminine and the masculine, you guys are on the same level energetically. It's just that the feminines cracked the vessel and worked consciously in the physical to heal everything. The masculines have been healing everything on the inside and resisting in the physical, because it's just the yin and yang of things, okay? And it's how we mapped it all out. And then when the vessel cracks, they've done all of this healing on the inside, and it's just everything's going to finally make sense. So it's almost like the anticipation of the bubble popping is so much harder to deal with than the actual experience itself. And I feel like that's really positive, because it tells me they're not going to need a long recovery time. And not like the feminines, not like us, where we've painstakingly, being the masters of energy, we've done a lot of work in the energetic fields and in a very conscious way. So I think whatever's going to pop off this week, it could be the startup of feeling the pressure of the bubble popping or the vessel cracking or the tower moment happening. It could be that they feel a lot of fear of that because it's ramping up and getting closer. Some of them might experience that this week. Some of them might experience it throughout eclipse season. But the majority of tower moments and the bubble popping and the cracking of the vessel for the masculines is going to happen within the next 2 months. Whatever capacity that happens for them, there's something really powerful, and I feel really grounded about that. It's really weird. Okay, so for those of you that are on Patreon, keep watching. For those of you that have watched this far, thank you so much. I'm grateful that you have paid attention this far, and if you want to watch the rest as I clarify, please for sure click on the Patreon link and sign up, and take care and have a great day.